Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I'm gonna try to kind of recreate this procedural bookshelf in animation nodes, but I'm gonna be using Spare Chalk. And this is actually a very, very interesting setup, very, very cool. And I think I have to divide it into a couple of video tutorial, but yeah, I'll try to make it using my Sverchok logic. Basically, I think the book part should be pretty simple. This one should be simple enough. Um, I would actually do it something like this. It's not that complicated. Basically, I started with a box and then I scale it, and then I pick some of the side of the box and then kind of make a thickness using Solidify here in Sverchok. So that's basically the idea. And I have this beveling happening. So that's the thickness, and this is the bevel thickness for the book cover. This is the bevel control. And yeah, so, and the smaller part, the book part, the paper is just a smaller scale of the box. So I'll show you how I did it. So this is the box, and then this is actually for the randomizations. If I want to make like random books, these are some of the possibilities. Maybe there's some kind of, it's not like totally random with the books. You have like A4 size or A5, like you can't be totally random. I know some book publisher will actually allow you to do like a very long or vertical. But anyway, this is like all the possibilities, and you can make like super thick book as well, like that. It's gonna be super heavy. But I think this is pretty good enough, and this is gonna be our for our books. I will have another video just to explain how we can put the books into layout like this. With this example from Squircle Art, he actually have some kind of algorithm that controls the tilt of the book, etc., which is pretty. I found it pretty complicated. It's maybe it's not that complicated once you try it, but this is pretty cool. I think pretty cool setup. Um, I'm not gonna do it this way in Spreadshop. Maybe I'm gonna do it differently. But the final result looks like this in animation nodes. So with Spreadshop, we have like a single book now, and I can randomize the book, and all we need is some kind of like a layout for the books. And I actually made earlier, I made a book stacking, and I got it to this point. And this is, in this case, I only have like the bounding box for the books. And yeah, this one's kind of quite big. I know this can be simplified, but I actually start from scratch. Probably I can combine the books setup with this setup, but it's gonna be like so big. So I decided to separate the book part, and instead this one is just the bounding box. I still can control everything. I actually, in this one, I actually start with a line. Here, there's a line, and with a line, I use some kind of accumulations. So imagine you're drawing a line and you draw another line, but you're kind of accumulating it, and then after that, you're kind of extruding it that way, and then extrude up, and you get, so you have this kind of box. And from this box, it shouldn't be too hard, I think, to convert this into a book, which we have like this. Yeah, so it's a matter of combining the two together. I think it will work. But anyhow, this setup can be simplified. Like I said, it might even be, you might even like script it out using Python. But I think I'll give you this setup, and let's see how maybe at some point we're gonna combine it together. And then for the angling thing, I'm not sure if I want to add it into Squarechalk. I'm probably just gonna use like a physics to push the books. The shelves, actually, I think I did something like the shelf at some point with Squarechalk. And yeah, this I think is genius. I think I really like this setup. Looks really cool. Probably a Squarechalk one is gonna be different. But yeah, this is how you might want to set up, not like a Node-wise, procedurally using Squarechalk add-on. If you want to learn how to use animation nodes, you can have a look here and then try the formula. But I think what really shines here is with the modeling part with Squarechalk and the way you can kind of randomize the thing, or there's some kind of very interesting logic. Maybe not so much like algorithm, but there's like a logic here, and with animation nodes, that's if you kind of can work it out together, it's going to be really powerful. With animation nodes, once you have the book, you can probably animate it better. With Squarechalk, you can animate it also, and just a different kind of way to do it. So it's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this book setup and the book stacking, and let's see how we can combine it together at some point. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.